Let's talk about Mr. Trump. Yeah, man. I know you guys been waiting. Mr. Trump, he went over to visit Ohio, and he draws so many supporters. Now, I want to ask you a question. Question for you. Have you ever seen this many people welcoming Mr. Joe Biden anywhere? Comment below. Comment below, somebody. All right, let's listen. I'm going to be somewhat presumptuous here. I'm going to assume, even in Democratic run states, right? I don't think I've ever seen this level of support for Joe, Kamala Harris, or the rest of them, or Schumer. But the thing is, I don't think I've ever seen this unless it's not documented, unless I'm very naive and not paying attention to the other side. Here is a man who is not even in office. He's doing the job of the man in office, showing what true leadership looks like. He goes over there to address an issue that's been neglected for well over 10 days, even by the Department of Transportation. Pete Buttigieg maybe should be fired or quit. Nevertheless, the man shows up. People are happy. Why is this happening? Why? Because people know what true leadership looks like and they embrace it. Do you understand? Let's move on.
I think it's absolutely amazing. Like, I mean, this has got to be the biggest thing that's happened to this small community.
Wait a minute. That's a small community? Gosh. I mean, the entire community is with Mr. Trump in East Palestine, then. Goodness. If this is a small community, wow. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. These numbers speak for themselves.
You know, I came out A, to support Trump. I am a huge Trump supporter. And B, just to show support for our community. I think it's sad that it took Trump coming out for more supporters to, you know, come out and show support for our community. But, you know, it is what it is at this point.
Hopefully, like, the attention that it kind of brought onto us will help a little bit. It kind of sucks. Like, he came before the actual president did. Like, it would have been nice if somehow we got support from that end too, but I mean, it happens.
It's cool to see all the people rally together after such a hard time. I think it gives a little bit more glimmer of hope. Hopefully people stay united and get answers and keep pushing for the answers.
Actions speak louder than words at this point. Trump coming out. Where's Biden?
That's right.
He's not here.
That's what I'm talking about. Actions speak louder than words. I know Mr. Biden went to visit Ukraine during this time. So I'm going over to Newsmax now. Listen to how they put this together. Let's take a listen to this. And the title is, "This is Leadership, and this is what a president looks like." Whew, let's speak it.
It's called Leadership. President Trump went to East Palestine, Ohio today to see the people there, to get a sense of the problem, to do what President Biden should have done 20 days ago, to do what Secretary Buttigieg should have done 20 days ago. And he just did it. And now they're going to do it, okay? He's leading, they're following. And some might say this is a photo op. And sure, there were cameras there. but a photo op is actually important. All right. It puts the entire government on notice. And I don't think Biden or Buttigieg would be going unless this happened today.
Some audio in here.
So it's like he's still president. This is what President Biden should have done, but this is not what he's capable of doing. He doesn't care about these people. This is a red state, Ohio. I really think it's that simple. That's one of the reasons why these people have been blown off. Donald Trump going was huge, significant. It's one of the reasons why he won the election in 2016 and probably 2020, because he gets people, he gets the country, he knows.
he said in probably 2020. But again, you heard the cry and the joy and the excitement of these people. That's all pure love for the man. Now, if Biden or Pete Buttigieg decide to go there in East Palestine, Ohio, who's going to show up to welcome them? There's no point of them going. They might as well just not show up. If they're gonna go, don't make an announcement about it. Just the thing is, Trump already took the lead. His example here is gonna make the rest of our current leadership look bad. Well, they're already looking bad, so they look bad even before Trump went. But this is what true leadership looks like, and I love this.
Knows where to focus. He did the right thing. By the way, this visit today was covered by Newsmax live on our air at 2:38 p.m. Made comments at the fire station. What was happening on Fox News at the same time? Okay, this. No Donald Trump. How about that? Mayor Pete Buttigieg, the word is he's going to go tomorrow. He was thoroughly embarrassed on the streets of Washington, D.C., out with his husband for a stroll and blowing off the people. He was asked about it. Listen to this.
About a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a conversation, be sure to reach out to our press office. But I'm happy to have that conversation with you. Just
you don't have a message for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today. I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking down the street.
Are you going down there?
What's that?
Are you going down there at all?
Yeah, he's going, but he's kind of reluctant about the whole thing. Hey, what he does in a moment is very strange. I'll get to that in a little bit. So he's not there. Joe Biden sent a "I'm thinking about you" message from Poland, areas in Poland, and he says something along these lines. We got your back. I want affected residents to know that we've got your back. Yeah, 3 weeks later, we've got your back. Affected residents. How warm. How isn't he supposed to be good at connecting? Dear affected residents, we have your back. Meanwhile, Trump went to McDonald's.
Love it.
Hello, everybody.
Love it.
That's a nice, beautiful looking group of people. So I know this menu better than you do. Okay? I probably know it better.
I love
than
it.
anybody.
You know, he goes to McDonald's and he actually likes it. All right. He's not putting on an act. It's great. And someone asked a question about, hey, what's this all about? Why are you here? His answer is spot on. Take a look.
Why are you visiting today?
Huh?
Why are you visiting today?
Well, we brought a lot of people with us, and more importantly, we brought the federal government with us because when they heard I was coming, they all came. They weren't going to come. They were to leave you abandoned, and now they're not.
And now they're not. And now they're coming. And now it's a priority when before he went, not so much. Sometimes photo ops have a beautiful strategic intent and result. Meanwhile, we have other photo ops that are disastrous all around. Joe Biden with Zelensky over there in Ukraine. What did this mean? That we're in even deeper than we already are? I'm not sure. Joe has no real strategic guidance to speak of, but that was a photo op without much of a purpose, in my opinion. So, what does it mean? I don't know. I don't know.
That's sad. This was his opportunity to show some love to the people in Ohio. The way this was treated could have either boosted, maybe, maybe, maybe you could have won a few votes by the way you treated this matter. But the negligence here was sad. This is why Trump is in leadership position. This is why Trump looks so good. I'm going to show you one more video, guys, but I want to share this quick passage here. I want to share this passage here. All right, let's go over to Matthew 25, right? Jesus speaks about the importance of visiting people, and Jesus took great value in that. And he says, he's speaking about those that are on the right. And he says, the king shall say unto those that are on the right hand, you blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. I was hungry, you gave me to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me drink. I was a stranger, you took me in. You see, these people in Western East Ohio, East Palestine, Ohio, they couldn't even drink the water. And they were being told the water is okay, even though it was toxic and there were creatures dying from drinking it. Trump brought several pallets of clean water. He's doing the Jesus stuff right here. Yeah, man, I was naked. You clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. You see the thing? Visited me. This made a huge difference right there. This is Jesus' business we're talking about here. Call it what you want. This is Jesus' business. People were in need and they needed you. You showed up. You give love. You did what you were needed, supposed to do in the position you were assigned to do and carry out for them. While the other guy, the big guy, went over to Ukraine to hang out with his other buddy. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. Whatever. So this is why in the polls right now, Trump is looking so good. We're going over to the next news network for that one, guys. And then after this one, we are going to go to the MAGA music with Tyson James, and Bryson Gray, two of my favorite artists. I'm telling you, I love these guys. But let's take a listen to this. Trump is on fire. This is why he's on fire. This is why he is loved. This is why 2024 looks so good right now. I don't know what Ron DeSantis is going to do. Okay, take a look.
The 2024 presidential election is still over a year away, but a new poll confirms something we all suspected. Donald Trump is already on fire for his White House bid. With Democrats still scrambling to choose their candidate besides Biden in an already heated election year, it's interesting to see what this latest survey forecasts for President Trump's re-election chances in a year from now. I'm Gary Franchi, and I want you to keep up with the latest news. Tap subscribe and enable your notifications. Earlier this week, Neighborhood Research and Media released a poll that showed the 45th president, Donald Trump, winning yet another Republican primary poll, this time in South Carolina, crushing all primary competitors by over 35 points. According to the D.C. Inquirer, first place went to Trump with 35.1%, second place went to Ron DeSantis, 21.8%, and third place went to Nikki Haley with 16.4%. A total of 46% of voters voted for Trump, while 41% voted for Biden. Harvard-Harris 2024 conducted a nationwide poll between President Biden and Trump, and 13% of respondents said they weren't sure who they'd vote for. Republican support for Trump for the Republican nomination, while only 36% of Democrats support Biden for the Democrat nomination. That's according to a Washington Post ABC News poll. Even Biden's own party is turning against him as scandal after scandal engulfs his presidency, since 62% of Democrat voters oppose Biden being the nominee. In a recent Emerson College poll, Trump received 55% support in the race for the Republican presidential nomination in 2024, a 30-point lead. With 25%, DeSantis placed second. if any potential Republican challengers attempt to unseat the favorite to win the nomination in 2024, they're going to face an uphill battle as Trump has been polled to beat Biden in a 2024 matchup time and time again. The latest poll confirms one thing about 2024: Donald Trump's MAGA movement is still on fire.
Did you hear what this man said? You gotta hear that again.
2024, Donald Trump's MAGA movement is still on fire.
You know, the MAGA movement they've been so patient. It's okay. We know what you did. You took it from us. The censorship lords on these media platforms covered up the story, did not let the facts come out so that the people could choose based on the knowledge that they had of the kind of stuff that was happening in Mister's, the big guy, his son's laptop, right? That would have changed the election. He's been said over 13% will have voted differently. That's huge. This is huge. So the MAGA movement have been very patient. They've been like, you know what, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. God spare our lives 4 more years. 2024 is coming. Friends, there is a fury coming back. There is going to be a flood of, I'm telling you, this stuff, they're on fire. It's like the MAGA movement has gotten bigger and stronger and more determined for Trump after he left office than when he was in office. Lord have mercy. The MAGA movement have what we have black conservatives like nothing before. More black people have loved Trump, including myself, during the time when he was removed from office. We saw the injustice, we saw the corruption, we saw all these so-called, Russian gates and all these so-called conspiracies and so on. We saw all of that, and we're like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. There's got to be something about this. And I've come to appreciate the man, particularly because he is so hated. And oftentimes, when somebody is hated so much, especially by people that I know that hate me, when I look at that, I say, so the enemy of my enemy must be my friend. And I'm like, okay, so, that gets my attention. And as I pay attention to the numbers and I compare the stats, comparing to the man in office right now, I say, Lord have mercy. No wonder why the MAGA movement is on fire. I want you to hear that again. Listen to this.
Still on fire. Again. The latest poll confirms one thing about 2024: Donald Trump's MAGA movement is still on fire.
Some people are working so hard to make sure they lock them up. They find something. January 6th committee, another committee. It's like, what happened to that? We raided his house. We found some declassified documents and stuff. But the guy in office has so many more. I mean, this is crazy. It's funny. It's like everything they try, it just falls apart. And now I bet they're trying to cook up something. Yesterday I was doing some thinking, and I said, the next thing they're going to try to get Mr. Trump with? The most successful tool that is being used against to take a man out? What is that tool? For those of you who don't know. What is that one of the most successful tools that is being used to take down a man? What is that tool? Some type of sexual thing is coming. I'm prophesying over here. I'm prophesying. I'm telling you, just wait for it. You're going to hear some women are going to come forward. Listen, man, somebody say, this is inspiration coming. James is preaching here. right, watch this. Before the election comes, you're gonna see some more racism stuff is gonna blow up. Look out for it. You're gonna see some more some black people are gonna die and they're gonna highlight the death or something. A cop is gonna make a serious mistake, and that's gonna be the talk. That is gonna be used as a weapon to say the Trumpers are behind that. They're gonna get the blame for it. A mass shooter of some sort will get the blame. Will blame all the Trumpers, all the MAGA movement, all the white nationalists or supposed Christian nationalists, and so on. Look out for that, and they're gonna tie it to white supremacy and link it to Trump. If that doesn't work, they're gonna use the most effective tool, which is a woman or a couple women who's gonna say, "Mr. Trump touched me the wrong way. He did this to me. He did that to me." I'm saying that's how. Haven't you seen? This is one of the most effective ways to get rid of a man, either in position that they set him up, set him up. So I'm just saying, look out for that. I'm just trying to prophesy here. I'm not saying I have all the facts on my end, but look out for some things to be coming your way to make sure Trump doesn't win the election 2024. They're going to come up with something. They have to smear the character some way, somehow, so that people lose confidence in his leadership, even before the election appears. Just watch out. You're going to see some things. But one thing they forget, the one who is in charge is God. But we're going to move on from that. Let's hear the final thought here.
The neighborhood research and media poll showed Trump soaring to victory in the South Carolina Republican primary, crushing all poll competitors. It's becoming increasingly clear that 2024 President Trump will be unstoppable if we come together as a nation and support him. Now more than ever, we need to come together and make sure that this MAGA movement wins the election. We must not allow ourselves to be divided by petty differences in order to achieve a strong victory come 2024. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below for the Next News Network.
Yeah, Meta Lopali. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that yesterday. She was making some really strange faces on CNN talking about Trump, but I heard from what I've heard, she's not even supposed to be saying some of these things. But nevertheless, so whatever it is they're working on to make sure they indict Trump, they're working hard on that. But the final say is with God. We don't have to worry.